اللهم لبيك لبيك لا شريك.
National Hajj Commission has made the necessary for your comfort.
The preparation is very good.
I'm very happy, extremely happy, because this is my first time.
And I prepare to follow the rules and regulations given to me.
اللهم لبيك لبيك لا شريك لك لبيك إن الحمد والنعمة لك والملك لا شريك له. لبيك اللهم لبيك لبيك لا شريك لك لبيك لبيك الحمد والنعمة لك والملك لا شريك لك لبيك اللهم لبيك.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuhu. I am Rashida Abubakar, your regular anchor. Once again, glad to have you on the program as you answer the call. More than 2.5 million pilgrims, including nearly 100,000 Nigerians, are currently performing the core Hajj rite in Mushair, comprising Mina, Arafat and Muzdalifah. Tonight, we shall be looking at these Hajj rites and their significance, as well as the supplications recommended for pilgrims when observing the rites. Stay tuned for the details as the program unfolds. Also in the program is making the Hajj, and the discussion tonight is on chanting the Talbiyah during the Hajj. The edition has other regular segments such as NAHCON News Diary, which highlights the activities of NAHCON and other stakeholders in the Hajj industry. Stay with us for this and more.
لبيك اللهم لبيك لبيك لا شريك لك لبيك.
Welcome back and thank you for staying with us. As usual, we'll begin the program with the News Diary. Topping the lineup, NAHCON applauds federal government support in Hajj operation and speaks on food and 10 challenges in Mina. Stay tuned for these and more. Keep watching.
The chairman of the National Hajj Commission of Nigeria, NAHCON, Alhaji Zikirullah Kulle Hassan, is full of praises for President Ahmed Bola Tinubu and other stakeholders for their support in ensuring the success of the 2023 Hajj exercise, particularly the airlift operation. The chairman stated this during the pre-Arafat meeting held in Mecca last week.
I want to appreciate the support and guidance of Mr. President Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu and his Vice President, Senator Shetima Kazim, for their support, the guidance and support in many ways. Where mentioning of it will be very, very unnecessary. I've been here today, and easily like this was due to their support and guidance. On behalf of National Hajj Commission, we want to thank this leadership.
While calling on other stakeholders to redouble their efforts to sustain the tempo, Alhaji Zikirullah highlighted the strategies adopted for the success of the airlift.
In order to airlift everybody, we made a reservation of 5 flights extra. That in the event that there are any Nigerian who had visa but had issue of flight, had proper documentation to come.
Speaking at the event, Nigerian Ambassador Saudi Arabia, Ambassador Yahya Lawal, praised NAHCON for the success recorded on the first leg of the airlift operation of Nigerian pilgrims. Hopes that the same feat will be recorded during the return journey back home.
We would like to extend our very hearty congratulations to you, to your team, and to all stakeholders who contributed to the success of the airlift. I was fortunate to be in Abuja sometimes to watch the Commission in action, monitoring the airlift exercise. I think they did quite a good job.
Consistent with NAHCON arrangements, the pre-Arafat meeting availed stakeholders and NAHCON heads of committees opportunity to highlight successes and challenges experienced in the course of the Hajj exercise. Making his presentation, Head of Medical Operation, Dr. Usman Galadima, said more than 15,000 pilgrims were attended to at the clinics in Mecca before the Arafat. Out of this figure, 6 pilgrims died, while 1 delivery and 2 miscarriages were recorded. Other heads of committees, including that of Forum of the Executives of State Pilgrims Welfare Boards and tour operators, also made presentations at the pre-Arafat meeting. In the meantime, the National Hajj Commission of Nigeria NAHCON took measures to address the challenges of food and tent accommodation in Mina. NAHCON Chairman Alhaji Zikirullah Kulli Hassan said this while answering questions from journalists in Mina, that there were complaints about the quantity of meals served and also the delays in serving.
We had made our reservation known early enough that we do not believe that they can exclusively handle the issue of catering for the pilgrims. They insisted that they have mega kitchen, they have their plan, and actually I remember that only 2 nights ago I had a meeting with them up to 2 a.m. for assurance. They said they have plan A, B, and C, all geared to ensure that the pilgrims are fed. Obviously, these plans are totally inadequate. Our own advice that we should join in also recommend some caterer. They didn't agree to this, and we didn't force it on them since they said they have all the plans. But I must tell you that we have a meeting tonight. We have escalated our concern to the ministers of in the Ministry of Hajj and Umrah. We also have a meeting later tonight to review the situation.
The chairman said the commission will only pay for services rendered in line with contractual agreements. Sequel to the meeting between NAHCON and the Muassasa, while apologizing for the situation, decided to provide 10,000 Nigerian pilgrims with tent accommodation at another location in Mina. In other news, NAHCON commissioners, board members, and Nigerian diplomatic officials have gone round pilgrims' tents to congratulate them on the Hajj and also hear direct from the pilgrims and their officials about the Hajj exercise. NAHCON chairman Alhaji Zikirullah Kulli Hassan and the Nigerian ambassador to Saudi Arabia, Ambassador Yahya Lawal, led the officials to the pilgrims' tents in Mina. Also in the entourage was the chairman of Muassasa, Dr. Ahmed Sindi. Interacting with officials from Borno State, the visitors congratulated them for a successful Hajj and extended the greetings of President Ahmed Bola Tinubu to the pilgrims, saying that Nigeria and Saudi Arabia will continue to work together to improve on service delivery.
Hajj operation is not perfect yet. It's still an experiment. We still have to continue to see how we can make it better for the pilgrims.
And we promise you every year is going to be better than the next year. Well, alhamdulillah, the Saudi government and His Majesty, the King and the Crown Prince have really spared no effort, nor money, nor manpower to make a Hajj experience really the best.
The Chief Imam of Borno State, Imam Laisu Ibrahim, thanked NAHCON and also expressed the concerns of the state pilgrims. Likewise, at the Lagos State tent, the chairman and his entourage extended the greetings of Mr. President to the pilgrims and praised them for their good conduct. As expected, there were comments, observation, and questions from the pilgrims.
The agreement was $800. But because of a crisis going on in Sudan, it has increased the journey from 5 hours to 7 hours. That most of the airlines are complaining. So then they promised that our own airline that lifted all of us from Lagos down to here did not complain, meaning that our own $100 is intact. Truly, only Flyers did not insist on having additional payment of $250. I'm saying in public, what we paid in addition and the name of each pilgrim to the other island is $250 more. We now decided to say we should put everybody in the pool because we must be equitable.
Visiting pilgrims at their tents during the stay in Mina has been a routine tradition of NAHCON.
Alhamdulillah, if you are just tuning in, the program is Ask You Answer the Call, sponsored by the National Hajj Commission of Nigeria, NAHCON, to keep you informed about the activities of the Commission and other Hajj-related matters. On Tuesday, the 27th of June, pilgrims from all over the world observed the Hajj rites associated with the stay in Arafat and Muzdalifah, just as they are presently about to complete the symbolic stoning. Particularly Nigerian pilgrims perform this act of worship. Keep watching.
لبيك لبيك اللهم لبيك 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 اللهم لبيك 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 اللهم لبيك.
This is the Valley of Mina. It is located about 8 kilometers east of Mecca. Mina is one of the three places referred to as Mashayir. The other two are Arafah and Muzdalifah. In addition, Mina is significant to the Hajj exercise because it hosts the three pillars of Jamara, where the symbolic pelting of the devil takes place. In the course of the Hajj, pilgrims from all over the world spend the nights of the 8th, 11th and 12th of Zulhijjah in Mina, and in some cases, pilgrims stay up to the 13th day of Zulhijjah if they so wish. And so, this year is not any different. On Monday, after assuming the state of Ihram, which is one of the pillars of the Hajj, more than 2.5 million pilgrims, including Nigerians, converge on the Valley of Mina to mark the commencement of the Hajj activities. While in Mina, pilgrims engage themselves in different supplications and as well observe their daily salah of Zuhur, Asr, Maghrib, Isha and Fajr, with Zuhur, Asr and Isha shortened to 2 rak'ah instead of the usual 4 rak'ah for each and are not combined.
I can see the beat in me, the instinct in me that I'm really connected to God. Yes, and I'm excited about it.
Na farko farin ciki da kuma jin daɗi da kwanciyar hankali, kuma mutum ma muna ƙara kusantowar, kuma muna jin ibada a jikinmu, muna ƙara jin mu wasu na daban wanda Allah ya zaɓa ya azurta mu da wannan halattar wannan aiki.
On Tuesday, the 9th of Zulhijjah, the pilgrims moved to the plains of Arafah, which is the major pillar of the Hajj.
Yes, because this is the peak of the Hajj. Whoever misses Arafah has missed Hajj. You can miss all the other steps for as long as you are able to be in Arafah. You have made the Hajj. You have fulfilled the condition.
It is the greatest day of the year. It is the biggest day of the year. It is the most important day of the year. It is the most significant day of the year. Therefore, Muslims all over the world, whether they are on pilgrimage, whether they are at homes far away from Mecca, they are supposed to glorify that day, to actually consider that day as a great day for them, to ask for Allah's forgiveness.
On Arafah Day, NAHCON and other stakeholders ensured that Nigerian pilgrims joined other pilgrims from different parts of the world in observing the rites of the Arafah Day. These include offering supplications, seeking Allah's favor and forgiveness, and many more. This was done either individually or in groups.
Arafat is a very, very important day because that's the day when Allah will descend to the heavens of this earth, along with his angels who are closer to him. He will actually look at us on the plain of Arafat. Allah will ask his angels, not because they doesn't know, but out of his majesty, out of his power, out of his will, he will ask them, what are these people here for? Allah knows why we are here. Allah knows why we are here. Then the angels will say, Ya Allah, you know better than us, but they are here to ask for your forgiveness. Then Allah will say, if they are here for forgiveness, bear witness that I, their creator, I, their Lord, I have forgiven all of them.
Among the best supplications is to do Rabbana Atina Fid Dunya. Oh Allah, grant us good in this world and in the hereafter, and save us from hellfire. And of course, the Prophet ﷺ has also said the best prayer that you can say on Arafah is La ilaha illallah wahdahu la sharika lah, lahul mulku wa lahul hamd, wa huwa ala kulli shay'in qadir.
Still at the Arafah, pilgrims prayed Salat al-Zuhr and Asr combined and shortened each to 2 rak'ah as stipulated in Islam. Soon after the Salah, sermons followed in different languages. What then were the key messages embedded in the sermons?
We're reminding Muslims of their responsibility to Allah, their responsibility to their fellow human beings, even their responsibility to their environment, the environment in which they live, reminding them that they need to, they cannot worship Allah without being good to their fellow human beings.
Equally, NAHCON organized the usual national prayer at the Arafah. To this end, members of the ulama team took turns to offer prayers in different Nigerian languages for peace and prosperity in Nigeria and the world in general. NAHCON chairman Hajj Hassan and his management team were present at the prayer sessions.
اللهم إنا نسألك الجنة وما قرب إليها من قول أو عمل ونعوذ بك من النار وما قرب إليها من قول أو عمل.
أنا أدعوكم بوشي نانسوكو أبونا الله إنه na ogo bua. Anyị na-adọgụ ka ị dọnyere onye isi ala anyị bụ Aṣíwájú Bọ́lá Tinubu ukwu.
Àwọn tí ó bá ṣe tí ó dé sábà bí àìdá fún Nàìjíríà kó mọ́ ṣàbá lè jìnnà sí kọ́lọ̀ ń ṣe Nàìjíríà gẹ́gẹ́ bí Maka àti Medina. Àwọn ìpèníjà tó wà fún wa ní Nàìjíríà, kidnapping ni, banditry ni, gbogbo àwọn ìpèníjà yẹn kó mọ́ ṣàbá Nàìjíríà baladan haminan.
Gwamnoninmu a jihohinmu da 'yan majalisarmu na tarayya da na sanatoci da dukkan waɗanda aka ba su mukamai, Allah kai musu muwafaqa su zo da abin da zai amfani ƙasarmu Najeriya.
On their part, Nigerian pilgrims said they prayed for Nigeria and its leadership.
First of all, I prayed for myself, my family, the general ummah and the country. Because if you pray for your country, for the leaders, if they are good, everybody is going to be good by the grace of God.
I pray very well, especially in Medina and here. I pray for Nigeria, our leaders, our family, and I hope that we go and meet them in peace.
Others said they were fulfilled, having observed the rites of Hajj.
Truly grateful to Allah for granting me the opportunity to come to this place and see and worship and pray. Wallahi, what the Sahabas and the Rasul Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam went through is not something we can discuss fully, no matter how you try. Their sacrifice, only Allah can reward them with Jannah.
Alhamdulillah, it's a journey of a lifetime, and Alhamdulillah, I wish Allah would accept it from us all, and I pray that those that haven't witnessed this amazing view should one day be opportuned and called by their Almighty to perform Hajj, inshallah.
At sunset, the pilgrims left the plains of Arafah and proceeded to Muzdalifah, where they spent the night. On the 10th of Zulhijjah, pilgrims took part in the pelting of the Jamara in Mina. Other Hajj rites performed on that day include Tawaf, Sa'i, shaving and Hadaya or animal sacrifice. While observing Ayyamu Tashriq or days of celebrations and glorifying Allah, pilgrims also pelted Jamara on the 11th and 12th of Zulhijjah and are expected to perform the Tawaf al-Wida or the farewell Tawaf before the journey back home.
لبيك اللهم لبيك لبيك لا شريك لك لبيك.
MashaAllah. Coming up next is Making the Hajj. Tonight, Dr. Lukman takes us through discussions on the meaning and significance of the Talbiyah during the Hajj. Let's hear him.
لبيك لبيك اللهم لبيك 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 اللهم لبيك.
Observing Hajj rites goes with many supplications, one of which is the chanting of the Talbiyah. What is the Talbiyah and its significance in Hajj and Umrah? When and why is it recommended for pilgrims to recite the Talbiyah, and in what manner?
And you continue to recite it or chant it continuously.
On making the Hajj tonight, Dr. Luqman Salati answers these and other questions.
The Talbiyah goes like this. Labbaik Allahumma labbaik. Labbaik la sharika laka labbaik. Innal hamda wan ni'mata laka wal mulk la sharika lak. What this statement means is that Labbaik Allahumma labbaik. Here I am, O Allah, here I am. Labbaik la sharika laka labbaik. Here I am. You have no partner, O Allah, here I am. Innal hamda wa ni'mata laka wal mulk. All praises, all blessings, all sovereignty belong to you. You have no partner.
When and where are pilgrims expected to start chanting the Talbiyah?
This statement is uttered immediately you assume the state of Ihram at the Miqat, and you continue to recite it or chant it continuously throughout the period of Hajj.
The Talbiyah can be chanted in groups or individually, says Dr. Luqman Salati.
It is expected that you chant it in group. It is recommended in group. Men are to say it loudly, while women are to say it, chant it, or recite it softly. So that is what is recommended. And you see, when we chant it in chorus, you see the atmosphere. The atmosphere is charged. The atmosphere is very beautiful. The atmosphere makes it look highly spiritual.
What then is the significance of Talbiyah?
Being that it echoes your resolve in total worship of Allah. It echoes your resolve to immerse yourself or to put yourself in the ocean of worship. What we want is, we don't want any distraction when you are in Hajj. We don't want anything to distract your attention. And this Talbiyah makes you, in fact, associate you and get you closer to your Creator. That is one of the messages it conveys. It connects you with your Creator.
Dr. Luqman Salati says there are 6 key messages embedded in the Talbiyah, among which is reaffirming the oneness of Allah. He then encourages intending pilgrims to further their knowledge, to know more about Hajj and Umrah in order to earn Hajj Mabrur.
Alhamdulillah, wishing pilgrims Hajj Mabrur. But before we round off the program, let's take some greetings from pilgrims to their loved ones back home.
Da fara da ina gaida iyayena da yan uwana musulmai baki daya na kasa ba ma na kanan ba na kasa ta ba na kasa baki daya duka ina mika musu fata da kai kuma duk wanda yake so ya zo wannan abu shi ma Allah hore masa hajin gaba mai zuwa amma ba kira shi ba Allah ya kira shi gaba dan ita kira ne akwai masu kuɗi da yawa wanda suke so su zo Allah ya ba sai dai su kawo su amma Allah ya ba su dama zuwa kansu ba to su ma Allah duk wanda yake so ya zo Allah ya kawo shi.
Ina gaida sai manyana amma duka su riga ni gidan gaskiya amma duk da haka ina isar musu Allah ya ji gansu da rama mu kuma wanda muka rage Allah sa mu je a sa'a kuma na yi godiya ga Allah da ya kawo ni wannan guri ina murna sosai sauran ya'yana da iyalena da ƙannena da yayuna su ma ina fata Allah kawo su wannan gurin.
Once again, Hajj Mabrur. This is where we draw the curtain on today's program. See you same time next week with another edition of the program. But before we go, remember that you can send your messages, comments, observations and questions through our mobile phone number and other social media platforms. Thanks for watching. Ma'as-salam.
لبيك اللهم لبيك لبيك لا شريك لك لبيك إن الحمد والنعمة لك والملك لا شريك لك لبيك اللهم لبيك لبيك لا